I'm Bradley, escapee from reality, amateur to living life, creator of written worlds. Welcome to Creator's Dementia. Gather around the blank pages of this crazy world and find your creative spark that has been hidden within your creative dementia.
Wait.
Oh.
There.
All right, here we go.
I see it slowly like moving to the scrolling this way.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out why. So stop. Okay, now I'm good.
Now you're good. I'm gonna see if it moves real quick. No, you're good. All right, here we go. Welcome back to another episode of Creator's Dementia. I am here with a very special guest, a very good friend that I met on TikTok, and I can't say that often. This is Kaleigh Rogers. Kaleigh, say hi.
Hi.
Now, Kaleigh does a lot of cosplays, and yes, we are switching from author stuff to cosplay stuff because this is Creator's Dementia, so I try to talk about all things that are creative. And so we are going to broaden it out just a little bit today, and hopefully all you guys will enjoy it. I know I will, so I'm pretty sure you will too. All right, Kaleigh, tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, first off, like I said, my name's Kaleigh Rogers. I am about to be 24 years old, and I live in Northeast Louisiana. As Bradley mentioned before, Creator's Dementia. A lot of people, as of lately, when they think of creativity, they're just now accepting into the fact of like cosplay is something that is a creative art. Something that was talked about quite recently here in my life was that people spend a lot of time and money and effort on this. So whenever you ask me to do this, I can't even believe to tell you like in words how excited I was. Because cosplaying is something I'm pretty I have a big love for, yeah. And I've been doing it for so long that it's just I got excited.
Yeah. When you actually agreed to do this, I got excited. So thank you for actually getting excited about this, because I feel like sometimes I'm the only one that gets excited about this podcast, and it's kind of morally draining when I'm like, hey, I got a new episode, and everybody's like, cool. So when you said yes, I would love to, I was like, bam, all right, good. We're going to get somewhere now.
Well, also, this is like a great chance for me and you to catch up, because it's been a while since the good old days of the Four Horsemen that we've actually got to like talk. So
yeah, it has been a while. Let's see, you were Death, and you've actually recently brought Death back. So that's just awesome.
I did.
I was War. Angie, what was Angie? Was Angie Famine or Pestilence? She was Famine, wasn't she?
It was Famine.
Yeah. Now, I feel so bad about this, but I haven't seen her make a TikTok video in forever. What was the name of the one?
It was not Angie. I think like her at was like I just got this or something. I do know not long after she made her Pestilence videos, she actually stepped away from TikTok.
Yeah.
I think the right whenever it was the first kind of warnings about TikTok getting shut down that she had stepped away. Because I know I check on her page kind of frequently just to see, and I haven't seen her post anything since.
Yeah, like the last video I saw her do, she was like outside in a park, and then after that, she just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't she live in Canada?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I know, somewhere far up north.
Yeah, because she actually gave me a lot of good advice about how to get more followers and stuff on TikTok. So I did follow her advice, and I jumped from 3,000 to 5,000 within a week. And then, of course, after that, I kind of leveled out because I quit doing TikTok. But yeah, I mean, she was a really good Pestilence, and it'd be nice if she'd come back.
So, and I do know Angie, she's still making content. She and I kind of bounce off and make sure hype up each other's pages every now and then.
Yeah, Angie's actually supposed to join me on an interview at some point. She was going to do it earlier, but she got sick, so she told me just give her a little bit of time to get her voice back. I was like, okay, well, when you're ready, just holler at me. And she said, well, I gotta get my social anxiety under control too. So, so hopefully I can actually get her on here as well.
That would be awesome. That'd be awesome.
And then maybe one day all three of us can just hop on here and we just talk about the Horsemen.
Yes, absolutely.
But so for the ones that's not actually getting the visual, because some listen on Spotify and Amazon Music, you know, I do have some watch YouTube. So go ahead and explain the cosplay you got on right now for the ones that's just listening and not watching.
Well, bringing back some old memories. Like you said, I recently revamped my character of Death. Now for Death, originally when whenever you asked me to portray Death, I did do a little more of the standard traditional skull Halloween makeup. And so obviously more of the lower half of my face is supposed to be a resemblance of the skull-like, whereas the top is more of the humanistic aspects. But going forward, I've actually taken a lot of inspiration based on the Deadpool video game. There is a portrayal of Death in it. Now hers is more of a sugar skull kind of portrayal of it, but my goal is to maybe pick off some aspects. But as far as like today, like I said, just simple skull, a simple skull look, and of course decked out in all black because it's Death. You can't have Death without black.
Right? Yeah. There's every horseman's got to have some type of black with them. That's a given. It's like I know.
I mean, we're the fourth person of the apocalypse.
I mean, right? Come on, we're gonna bring destruction to the world. We got to wear black. I'm wearing black right now.
Yeah.
Like my wife always says, "Why do you always wear black?" And be like, "Why not? It's black."
Yeah.
Yeah. I know with my war cosplay, it was I kind of took away a little bit from my Reaper cosplay and put it with war. It was the vest, the fedora, the jacket. And sometimes I'd put my contacts in, other times I wouldn't because having the contacts is just a hassle. And I'm pretty sure they're all dried up by now because I haven't used them in 8 months.
I'll say recently the contacts are something I've gotten into, plus with my real life job in the ophthalmology clinic, I've recently gotten the chance to have legitimate, safe colored contacts. So like today, I actually have on some purple ones, but they my eyes are almost pitch black. They're so dark.
Yeah.
So having that little color kind of gives a more mystical aspect to it. I've noticed.
Yeah. I wish I could, like, I wear glasses all the time, but I wish I could get the demonic looking contacts that are actually wearable without my glasses. But I know that actually takes a little bit more money than what I'm used to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll say, as far as color contacts, there is a company I used to order them from. They were pretty good. I know they got bought out by somebody, but used to it was called a Pinky Paradise, and they were prescription contact lenses. So you were able to put in your exact script, including if you had an astigmatism. So you could actually customize them to you being able to wear them for long periods of time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I ordered my contacts from Spooky Eyes. Yeah, and like they're after a while, even if you keep them in saline and keep them wet, they still get fuzzy. So either way it goes, they don't last long. But they're still a good company. But yeah, if I'm gonna do contacts, then I might have to go full blown prescription. That way they actually stay. All right, so I'm gonna go through some of the list of questions. That way people get to know you better. Is that good?
Alrighty.
All right, let's do it. So question number 1 is, how long have you actually been cosplaying?
I went to my first convention in full-on cosplay when I was 16. I went as Evie Fry from Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Of course, this was hype of the Assassin's Creed games. And I cheated a little bit. I'll admit I cheated because it was very last minute that we were going as a surprise. So I ran to Spirit Halloween and just kind of picked out some different pieces and threw together a cosplay, which I think it came out pretty good. I mean, a lot of people were able to recognize what I did. So that will make 8 years. 8 years I've officially been a part of the cosplay community.
Oh, wow. That's a lot longer than me. I know that. I think my first cosplay was Star-Lord, which that helmet's back there somewhere on my bookshelf because my wife got
I
me
see
that
it.
helmet. Yeah, she got me that helmet for my birthday, and
Oh,
so then I went from Star-Lord to Captain America to Batman, and then my own. So yeah, you
I
have
was see you doing a Batman.
yeah yeah. So you have been at this a lot longer than I have. So you
Just a little,
yeah, just a little. So
you know.
can honestly call you an actual professional.
No, 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 no. I
I
would
think I
not.
can. I'm gonna
So
call you a professional cosplayer.
I know the ropes, but as far as professional cosplay, I am still a total greenie compared to them.
They say most stuff you can become professional at comes with experience and time, and I mean 8 years. It's pretty good.
Yeah, but I because the cosplay I do isn't like traditional cosplay, whereas traditional cosplay, you have the people who go all out all the way down to the last freckle in trying to replicate a character. Me, and I think this is one of the questions that you asked later on was favorite kind of cosplay.
Yep.
Lately, just because of financial reasons, I don't want to spend $1,000+ throwing some together. So I do a division cosplaying. It's actually called closet cosplay, which is the main one I do, especially for my videos, where it's you actually take pieces of clothing that you already own or things that you can find at a normal like Walmart, Target, stores like that, and you throw it together to pull in this character. Most people would recognize this kind of as like Disney bounding, where you can make a character based on just simple pieces of clothing, and that's the one that I do, which is another reason why I'm saying I'm not necessarily a pro at, just because it's a lot more basic
Yeah.
compared to most things.
But see that the whole closet cosplay, I think that's a more a better one because that's your own original work. You're not just going to procosplay.com, buying an outfit and bringing it to you. You know, I've done that twice now. But yeah, when you do closet cosplay, you are literally putting yourself into that character, which makes it 10 times better and a lot. I don't know. It's more interesting that way.
Mm.
So, well, we did answer that question. What kind of cosplay? So what kind of cosplayer do you actually consider yourself? I know you just said closet cosplayer, but if you had an overall word, what would it be?
Um, Honestly, I would call myself, as far as classifying, as more of, like I said, the resourceful kind of cosplay. And that's another reason why I like closet cosplay. I'm gonna get tongue tied with that so much. Uh, I like to be challenged. If there is an idea I have in my head, I will absolutely scrounge my entire wardrobe to be able to pull it together. In some cases, you are able to pull on full looks that are pretty close to a character. Um, but having that challenge to me, I think it's more rewarding whenever you see it come together and see that, your efforts really pay off.
Yeah, yes, I completely agree. Like I've watched YouTube videos where people literally take the foam and make their own armor and stuff like that, and I've actually tried to do that because I had a pair of gloves and I was trying to put my Mandalorian cosplay together.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it. I cannot build my own stuff. I don't know why. I just
Say I see that a lot with anyone that
use.
does Halo Master Chief. A lot of the armor pieces are put together with styrofoam, and then lately on the rage was the whole spring trap, like fully operating suit with gears, smoke, and all. A lot of those bigger pieces, because styrofoam is something, not styrofoam, well, styrofoam, any kind of matte foam, anything like that, it's light and it's easy to use. Not to mention, you're not going to be a whole pool of sweat afterwards because it's so thin.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It's hard to use it unless you have a really good heat gun and a really good hot glue gun.
Yeah, and accuracy with a blade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to I cut the triangle because on the Mandalorian gloves he has a little symbol on his glove. It's like just a square and a triangle. Mine looked like an octagon with a misshapen pyramid. So I was like, okay, I can't do this. I'm good. It was bad. And, you know, I actually did not know this next question. I did not know what this word was when I wrote it down, so I had to look it up before we started, and I'm glad I did, because now I'll know what I'm talking about. Do you prefer cosplay or crossplay?
As far as preference, I mean, I hate to say it like this. I've been doing a lot of the crossplay more as of recently. One of the big things on my channel is Red versus Blue, which for viewers out there, if you don't know, it is a YouTube machia from the Halo Reach games, where Rooster Teeth, the company, essentially did voiceovers of different characters, all the Halo soldiers, different colors, bobbing them up and down like they're talking. Well, like in cases like that, where I'm saying you have to be resourceful in, is you don't ever see their face apart from you get in season 10, 11, so on. You start seeing some clips of some faces, but everyone's in full body armor. So as far as crossplay, a lot of those characters are male characters.
Yeah.
And so you have to be able to, as a female, try and bring out this character, but still make it that you're not totally going drag with it, and still maintaining the full aspect of the character. And since that's been one of my major ones lately, I actually would say crossplay.
Crossplay?
I would actually, yeah.
Like I noticed, like on some TikTok videos, you know, people that are fans of Supernatural like me, like I love the show Supernatural, there'll be gender bending, I guess is what they would call it, where, you know, a woman would play Sam or Dean or whatever. And I always thought that was interesting because, you know, a lot of these people can really pull it off. Did not know it was called crossplay though. Everybody just always said the word gender bender. But yeah,
I think that's more of like modern times, just trying to come up with new terminology for it.
Yeah, and like I'm a big fan of the crossplay, but I can't do it. I ain't getting rid of my beard because I look like a 12-year-old boy if I did.
There are people who pull it off amazingly, where you question, was witchcraft involved? Like, how?
Yeah. I remember the Snapchat filter that came out a long time ago where you could, a guy could take a picture of themselves and, yes, take away all this and give you long hair and look like a girl. And I actually still have that picture somewhere. And I was like, I'm a very pretty woman. I could do that, but yeah, I cannot do it the way others are doing it, because if I take this away, I'm 12 years old. It's ridiculous. I have a baby face, and I hate it. So I'm always gonna have a beard unless, I don't know, someone shaves it off in my sleep. But I know my wife won't do that because she recommends me having a beard. She's seen me with a shaven face. She didn't like it. Because my beard, I had it all the way down to here, and I was just trying to trim it up, shape it up, make it look nice. I got a little too close. I got a little too close. So I had to take it all off.
I think for your wedding, you went pretty short from what image I saw. You were pretty short then.
Yeah. Of course, you know, bride and groom can't see each other the night before. So after I left to do my little bachelor party, all I did was play video games and drink beer. But I trimmed it up, and then she saw me, and then after the ceremony was over, she goes, "When did you trim your beard?" Like, last night. She said, "Don't do it again."
Well, coming as someone that was a bride, that is one of the most terrifying thoughts, is what's going to happen the night before.
Yeah.
And like, I'll tell you what happened. 3 bouquets caught on fire for me.
Oh.
Bridesmaid dropped out, had left us uneven with numbers. Had a disowned family member try to crash my wedding the night before and mess up all the decorations. I mean, it's the night before. After you get past the night before, it's smooth sailing.
Yeah. Like during our wedding, we had everything planned out. Like, we forgot our aisle runner. Our caterer bailed on us, but it wasn't their fault. Family emergency, they just didn't let us know. So I had to rush around the day of the wedding, an hour before the ceremony, to find food. So, like I've got into photography and I've done 2 weddings so far, and I've told everyone, I'm like, not everything's gonna go perfect. Just take a deep breath. I said, as long as you got a caterer, you're good. And they're like, wow. And I'm like, and I tell them that story, and they're like, oh my god. Like, yeah, but we had barbecue, so it's fine.
Oh, that's good though.
Oh yeah, and when I told the woman what was happening, like, R&S Barbecue is like very famous around here. They've been put in Kentucky Home Living and everything. And when I went to her, I was like, "Do you have any extra food that I can buy from you, because it's my wedding and I have no food?" She made me it was a good deal to feed an entire. I think we had like 60 people at the wedding. That could have fed twice that much, and I only paid $120.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah, like she saved it, and I was so grateful. But yeah, I always tell everybody, whatever can go wrong at a wedding will, but you can always fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you got a disowned family member trying to ruin everything.
Oh, that's a whole nother story, whole nother day. I could go on a rant.
Ain't nothing like a disowned family member.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, I know we went a little off topic, but oh well. So
Learning more about each other.
That's right. That's what makes it good. So tell everybody why you chose to get into cosplay.
Okay, well, you're really about to learn about me here in a second.
Let's do this.
So, unfortunately, when I was 14 years old, 14, I just turned 15, my dad had passed away. And coming as a homeschooled only child with super conservative, strict parents, I had nobody to turn to. And so they immediately threw me into therapy because they didn't know what I was going to do. And I'd already shown a little bit of interest as far as the dressing up. I was a big old fan of Halloween. It was my favorite holiday of the year, despite what my parents thought. I did dance for so many years that I was literally playing characters that that was my first little introduction into, hey, there's something out of an extracurricular activity that allows me to dress up. And the first thing that was my go-to outlet show was Face Off, back when they did all the special effects makeup for different challenges. And my therapist told me about that. She's actually the one that introduced me to the whole cosplaying idea. And so she's actually the one that recommended me and kind of supported me through all of that. And bada bing, bada boom, I go to my first convention after years of begging. And since then, I've just had a full-blown love of it. It's become a part of me that I don't think I could honestly live without, even just like a slight little bit. And I know that makes it sound bad, like it's almost an obsession, but coming as like a teenager that was in such a hard time, it was my little escape from reality, being able to hop into another character and just be that, be Evie Fry, be Death, be I did Odette from Swan Lake. I've done all my Red versus Blue characters. I've gone through and I've recreated characters from books I've read. All of that stuff, and a lot of times when I'm making my videos, it's usually when I get down, like, in my slump. But having someone else to jump into, I find that it brings a whole new boost of self-confidence. Like, hey, this is pretty cool. I can do this. Yeah. And since then, like I said, it's just been, my go-to.
Okay. I mean, I can understand.
Went a little deeper.
Yeah, I mean, if that's one way to get into cosplay, to basically be able to be yourself, I mean, that's awesome. I mean, I hate what happened to you for you to get there, but I'm glad that you were able to get there, I should say, because
it is a healthy outlet, I will say.
It is a healthy outlet, and it's actually a healthy obsession, because you're not hurting anybody. You're expressing your creativity, and the world doesn't.
And I'm hurting my wallet sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. That wallet might be crying a little bit, but not only are you becoming more happier with doing this, you are also making the world better, because this stuff doesn't. I mean, I know there's a lot of creators and cosplayers out there, but it takes certain ones to actually bring out the joy that for someone to see and actually be able to escape everything, instead of being I don't know how to actually put this, adult obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say the P word, but but you got all these other people. It's like, okay, kind of like right now you're dressed as Death. You got the black on your cheeks. You got the skull sharp. I mean, I love that across your lips. That is like, and the nose part, like I noticed that it's kind of got the divide there, and it just looks like a black flame of, I don't know, but it's just awesome. I love it. And when people see that kind of stuff, they're like, okay, she has a gift, and I want to see how far her gift can go, and it will literally just provide an escape, so that way they can just forget all this mess and be like, all right, let's focus on this awesome mess. So, like, kudos. I'll just say it that way. Kudos.
Funny enough, the whole just across the mouth, this is the hardest part of the whole look. Yeah. It's just getting the lines to match up.
Yeah.
I used to use a ruler, and I would quite literally hold it up and draw a line.
Like, I love how you done the shadow part right there at the bottom. Yeah, like it kind of just fades up into that dark. Like, I've tried to do that before, like, because with my Reaper one, I remember I put the black lines across my face because I tried to do the thin little lightning bolt or tree limbs looking thing. Looked like I was getting possessed, but they were as thick as a ruler. I'll just use it that way, and I was like, man, I can't do that. I'm just gonna have to put on clothes and act like I'm doing something.
I'll say the easiest thing to do with that first, it's a little messy, but if you get eyeshadow and almost like a paintbrush, just let your hand kind of fall, and it will naturally create the little divots where you don't have to worry about actually making the veins, the sharp lines yourself.
Okay. I might have to try that next time now. Like, I got so fed up with
dragging you back into the cosplay world.
Well, all right. No, that's it, folks. I'm gonna go get some eyeshadow. It's done settled. But I know, like, where I just quit messing with my contacts. Like I said, I'm probably gonna throw them away. I started just putting these bad boys on every time. My steampunk goggles, because that goes with.
They're
everything.
Still awesome.
Yes. Like, I don't know. I love steampunk, and I'd like to incorporate it with a lot of stuff, but sometimes you just can't. Steampunk's its own thing.
Well, see, what's funny is you see that at conventions now, the people who are mixing together Victorian era steampunk. You've seen ballerina. You've seen full-on heavy metal versions of characters. But see, that's the best part about cosplay is you don't have to be exactly like the movie. You don't have to be exactly like the video game. You can make your own deviation, and it's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah.
If you wanted to make a steampunk version of Batman, you absolutely could. Guess what? No one would say, okay, the gatekeepers would say stuff about that, but that's because they have nothing with their time.
Right.
But no one else would really say anything about it because you're expressing your love of the character in a way that you know best.
Right. Yeah. I think for Halloween last year, I kind of did incorporate steampunk into Batman just a little because I was trying to do the Nightmare version from Justice League.
Oh.
Yeah, and all I had was steampunk goggles. I didn't have apocalyptic goggles, so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put them up there. So, and then I had the face mask where it had the gears on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually got to meet a Joker while I was out and about too.
Hey!
Took a picture with him in the parking lot.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, me. All right. So, I'm pretty sure I already know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Do you see yourself doing cosplay 10 years down the road?
Absolutely. Hopefully by then I might be dabbling into the pro cosplaying.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So I know I didn't actually give you this question beforehand, but which one of your characters would you like to see 10 years down the road? One of your original ones. Yeah, I should have sent you that question because it's a hard one. But
well, I mean, it is a hard one. One of the ones, I mean, as far as death, I've only done one other original character. And I want to say how you actually found me is I made a succubus character.
Yeah.
Way back ago, back whenever I was first on TikTok. And my goal was I was originally going to revamp her. And if there's a chance that I can, especially with the makeup skills I have now, she will probably be the one that I want to revamp. Either her or my mobster character. The mafia boss that I did. That really is hard because I mean I hope I can do all of them.
Right. Yeah.
But for sure, death. I hope I can continue to improve death and just let her grow.
There you go. Yeah, I would like to bring war back, but I don't know. I would like to just do a little bit more instead of just wearing a suit.
Hey, what we'll do is we'll just get the whole gang back together. We'll just get a recording studio and we'll do them all right then and there.
There we go. We'll put because Angie's actually from Tennessee, so we'll go halfway. We'll meet Alabama. Is that the halfway?
I think that's about halfway, like top of Alabama.
Yeah, so we'll just all go to Alabama, and we'll build a building.
Hey, there we
go. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, so you was talking about how you do different variations. You know, you've had one other variation of death and stuff like that. And like when I bought my Captain America outfit, I was like, I look nothing like Captain America. I don't know how this is gonna work. You know, I've done birthday parties and stuff. You know, and kids love it. You know, if they're younger, they're not gonna know the difference. And then I watched Loki on Disney Plus, so I got it put in my head. I was like, well, I'll just be a variation. Because you got different variations of Loki. And I'm like, okay, I'm just a bigger, more wider version of Captain America. So I'm good with it.
Oh, the multiverse madness that's going on.
Oh, my God. That movie was... Oh, my God. Me and the wife watched that in theaters. She got me America Chavez and Defender Strange Funkos over there.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
She is glorious.
Yes.
She is absolutely glorious.
I got Defender Strange.
There you go. There you go. Honestly, what you need is you need to get Zombie Strange. That needs to be the complete collection. Just Zombie Strange.
That's my next one. But check this one out.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. I got the What If Zombie Captain America.
Oh, he is beautiful.
Yes.
Despite him being a zombie, he's beautiful.
Yeah. I even got the What If Zombie Hunter Spidey too.
Hey.
Yeah. I have so many Funko Pops, it's stupid. But most of my Funko Pops, if it's not Marvel, it's The Office.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did you see where they had the giant Thanos Funko Pop? The one that looks like a tiny child.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's that one. Jack from Incredibles. It's another one, the full sized one. Those are just ridiculous, but they're so cool. Oh. Yes. Yes.
Yep. I got Funkos everywhere. I got a Superman one that's same size sitting right over there at my wall. Yeah, I'm a nerd.
You're just gonna have a wall of Funkos. Your wall is gonna look like side of Hot Topic.
Yes, it is. When I get rich and famous, if I ever be a successful author where people buy my books, I'm on a New York's bestseller list, I'm going to have my own library, but one wall is going to be nothing but Funkos.
I was gonna say, you just had a book selling not long ago, or was it yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Where you were showing off about all the books that you had sold, and I mean, kudos to you, my friend.
Thank you. I'm trying. Yeah, it actually went a lot better than what I thought it would yesterday. Like, I'd been happy if I sold one, but I sold 18. So
There you go.
yeah, so I'm slowly getting there. Have you ever heard of Gary V?
Sounds familiar.
He's a big inspirational person. He popped over my Facebook at one point in time, just one of his videos, and this may sound cheesy, but what he said actually helped me get past my my struggles with accepting that I'm not where I want to be just yet. I just got to keep working to get there. So I've actually been in a better mood about not being more known. I'm just like, okay, I'll eventually get there. I just got to enjoy the ride and not push myself. Don't focus on the money part. Focus on the passion. So that's what I started doing, and it's helped my mindset a lot. That's how I feel about TikTok now too. It's like I spent 3 hours making this video. It's 20 seconds long. 2 likes, 50 views. Well, 2 people saw me. I'm good. Yeah. So we went through that one. You answered what's your favorite kind of cosplay? Kinda. What is your ultimate favorite? Like, you can go genre wise, you can go original character wise.
Honestly, I would say original characters, just because with original characters, there's a kind of safety net that you have with it because it's your design, your vision of it. Whereas, like, if you do a book or a movie character, like I mentioned earlier, there's always someone that's going to be gatekeeping.
Yep.
And frankly, no one should have time to say, well, that's not accurate enough. But people do.
Oh, yeah.
So as far as, like, original characters, you don't really have to worry about that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always some butthole out there that's going to pinpoint every little thing that you got wrong. It's like, well, it's not wrong because I'm a variation. So suck it. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, and I forgot to mention, my friend, his name's Alan. I actually got him into writing. But for Christmas one year, I wish I had it with me. I'd show it to you, but it's in the bedroom because it's my baby. He created a Funko Pop of my main character from Legion's Dawn. I
was going to say, I think you had actually shown it off on TikTok, I believe.
Yes, I did. I fangirled so hard it was ridiculous. I think I even cried a little. But yeah.
Worth it. It's worth it.
It was worth it, yes. I'll take them wet eyes any day over that Funko Pop. So I'm hoping this question actually made sense, because after I wrote it down, I was like, well, maybe it doesn't sound right, but I think you're smart enough. You get it. What is your Make-A-Wish cosplay? Yeah.
Yeah, I knew what you mean. I actually made a little list. Let me find which one. Okay, so there's there's 3 I want to do, all of which are from their own kind of genre. Mm-hmm. One of the ones that I would say would be like a hands down, if money was not an option, if I could go get the stuff to do it and produce it the next day, would be Constance Hatchaway from the Haunted Mansion lore. Okay. She is the ghost bride that you see in the attic.
Yes, okay, yeah.
And I know that'd be like a hard one to do because Disney is pretty strict about people replicating their stuff. But specifically the parade version of her, where she has the big old hoop skirt and she's actually on wheels, so she can glide
Oh.
across, and it looks like actually like a ghost because she's gliding and not walking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have seen that. Okay.
So, but she would be my number one, hands down. If I could do it today, I would. The second one's also from Rooster Teeth. It's Ruby Rose from the show Ruby. In the show Ruby, it's all the characters are based on Grimtail characters. If you have not seen it, it is really good, really really good. And then the last one is Yumiko from the Kakaguri anime.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, my son likes anime. The last anime I watched was Gundam Wing and Dragon Ball Z when I was in high school. Well, no, okay, I take that back. I did watch, what's it called? High School of the Dead? Is that right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But it got too porny. I'll say it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really,
Well,
it just, oh my God, it sexualized every female in that character, and I'm like, that's not what I wanted to watch. Zombies eat people. I don't care what all that is. So
I'll say Kakaguri is definitely not a kids anime.
no.
It's about I'm assuming you've seen it. It's one of the ones that's available on Netflix.
Yeah.
The School for Gambling. So.
Okay. I don't think I have seen that one.
I at least advise watching episode 1, because episode 1, I mean, you kind of get a general gist of what goes on in the show.
Okay. School for Gambling. Okay. Yeah. My 8-year-old, he's going to be 9 next month. He likes Demon Slayer.
Good one.
Yeah, that's his ultimate anime. Like he doesn't watch it here, but every time he comes over, he goes, "Guess what happened on Demon Slayer?" And I'm like, "What? I don't know. I've never seen it." But yeah, I'd be nice if I could get him into Gundam Wing though.
I could see it.
Yeah. When Toonami was around, man, everything was just untouchable.
I say I'm getting into Sword Art Online is one of the ones I'm getting into right now. So far it's pretty good, but I'm at that struggle where I don't know which one's better, the original or the abridged.
Yeah. That's kind of like what happened with Dragon Ball Z. Loved it when Goku was a kid, but I love it even more when him and Frieza fought, and him and Cell fought, and all that. Yeah, I understand. I get it. So, what got you into cosplaying on TikTok?
Honestly, straight boredom and curiosity. When I joined TikTok was in late March 2020. So we were all still in lockdown. Okay. Everywhere was still in lockdown. I was living out in the middle of nowhere with my grandparents, and I was bored. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to go on and download it, just see what TikTok's about. I jokingly did some lip syncs, just again for fun. And then I start coming across more creators doing, those little 8-part stories. And I said, I want to try that. Let me see how that goes. Of course, the first character, my suckiest character, totally flopped. Totally flopped. And started learning the algorithm. And then from there came the mob boss character. After the mob boss character, you and I met. You asked me to join your army. Yeah. and from there, it's just gone so on and so on. Yeah. So I was the big old bunch of people bored during the middle of the pandemic.
So I probably joined TikTok just not long before you. My first video is a bit cringy because I was trying to research how to advertise my books more. So So the only thing I did in my first video, I had a top hat, had my steampunk goggles, I had my Victorian vest, I held up Zed's Rising, I was just doing this. Just shaking my head. And the song was 99 Problems. Yeah, so I was like, okay. Yeah.
I'm finding that.
Needless to say, it didn't get a lot of views, so. But yeah, that was my very first video.
Yeah. After this, I'm gonna go find it.
It might be deleted by now.
It better not be.
It just
I
might
want to
be.
see it.
And all I had was the effect of the sparklers. It looked like the 4th of July. That was it. The fireworks. Yeah, that was it. Very first video. Yeah, it was horrible.
Oh, I don't remember what my first video was. No, I do. I made a joke about having just woken up just to turn around and go right back to sleep. Because, again, pandemic. There wasn't anything to do other than catch up on sleep.
Yeah. That's
what it was.
Yeah, that's a perfect video for the pandemic. It's like, okay.
Okay, back to bed.
Yep. Ain't nothing else I can do. I'll walk outside, somebody gonna yell at me. I'm gonna go back to bed.
I mean, like I said, I was living out in the middle of the country, like surrounded cornfield, cotton field, barn, country.
Yeah.
So there was nothing to do.
Yeah. I honestly wish like where I live, I am in the city limits, like Tompkinsville. It's just a little small community. It ain't big, but it looks like I'm out in the country. But I wish I actually did live out in the country, like I did when I was a kid. I loved it out there. It's peaceful. You can do, nobody bothers you. Here, it's constant cars. It's just, and where I got my security camera on my door, it's a doorbell camera. My phone's supposed to going ding, ding, ding.
Ding,
I'm like, oh my god, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was raised with horses and sometimes cows. I'm not a big country person, but I love the country. Yeah, yeah. The only time I did anything country was my mom had a boyfriend at one time, and I wanted to play Little League Baseball, and he said that he'd pay for it if I went and helped him bring cows to the barn. So that's what I did. And I've rode horses. Yeah. But yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. The town I was living in at the time is known as the cotton capital. So it literally was fields, fields, and fields. I say that. The little strip of land, a highway that we were on, it was my grandparents' house, the house I was living in. Across the street was great-grandparents, great-aunt and uncle, their children, it was just nothing but family.
Yep.
And we were still mandated to stay inside, so we just stare at each other from the, hey, how you doing? Turn around, go back inside.
Good morning. See you later.
Hey, Emma. Okay, I'll come bring you casserole later.
Yeah. I'll wear a mask. Maybe. I don't know. It depends. That's when you just go out there to that little cotton section, grab a bunch of cotton, shove it on your face, and walk over there. That serves the purpose just as much as a mask does.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Worst pandemic ever. I wanted zombies, dang it.
You were ready for the apocalypse.
I was. My survival bag was packed up. I had my hatchet and everything, but no. I had to stay inside.
The bunker. Bunker was ready for us.
Yes. Man, I even had to work. That was horrible.
Yeah. Oh, I say luckily I got out of it, but as illegal as it was, we didn't get paid for being off. But, utility company down. I was working for a daycare at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a daycare for a church, so we were considered a non-for-profit. So we didn't get unemployment.
Yeah.
The entire 3 months that we were in lockdown. It was fun.
Yeah.
That's where I'm glad a savings account came into play.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to say separation of church and state, but there's no such thing.
Yeah, there's not.
It's only when it benefits the government. That's when. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I could get
Ooh,
I could get very political.
yeah,
but
that could be a whole talk right
yeah,
there.
yeah, that would be a whole nother channel. Yeah, a whole nother podcast if I wanted to go political. But I promised myself, no matter what, no politics on this.
Just pull a Joe Rogan.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I don't even listen to his podcast, but I have heard so many people hate him, so many people love him, and I'm just like, well, okay, just listen to him if you like him. If you don't, oh well.
It depends on what side of hemisphere is not the right word, because hemisphere goes below us, but hemisphere of southern states to northern states,
okay,
conservatives, liberals.
Yeah.
Which ones tend to listen to
him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Joe Rogan. Oh my. Actually, I think you might have already answered this one as well. What is your favorite original cosplay? It's death. You're welcome. No.
Dude.
Yeah, when Angie's the one that started it. When she popped up as Famine, I was like, I totally want to do Horseman. And then, like I said, you popped up over my TikTok, and I'm like, death. There it is. So I was like, Angie, I'm gonna message Madhouse real quick. I said, I'm gonna see if she wants to play death. She goes, go for it.
And then here we are, 2 years. That's my thing is, 2 years later.
Death.
It's not,
Death consumes you.
That's coming from me early. It's been a whole 2 years.
Yeah.
Since I did my first introduction to death video, which of course was my revival too, as I try to recreate that video.
Yeah.
So it's weird. It's weird that it's already been 2 years, but sure enough, it happened.
Yeah.
We're old.
Dude, I'm 33. Yeah. I turned 33 on Friday. And I'm going bald. I got gray hair. I'm over. It's done for me. You're gonna have to carry on the legacy. I got gray
hair. I'm only 24.
I started losing my hair when I was 24.
Oh, I'm not far behind you. I got some patches.
Yeah, that's why I always wear a hat. That's why you got the hood. I don't mind going bald. I would love to just shave my head, but my wife won't let me. She said, she said you're gonna keep your hair for as long as you can. I'm like, well, okay.
Get one of those, what do you call them? The fake hair pieces.
The toupee.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll just pull out my Thor wig.
There you go.
That was my other cosplay. I got Thor. That was my other one. I couldn't remember because I've got Stormbreaker and Mirror. It is right.
There you go.
Yeah, and it's the Ragnarok costume I've got. Yeah, I'm just gonna start wearing wigs.
After this, you're showing me the Thor wig.
Do what?
After this, you're showing me the Thor wig.
Hopefully, I can find it. I think it's in my peak tote in my kitchen. That or I don't know if you can see it from here. No, because the camera's facing this way. I got an ottoman over there with my Captain America shield on it, and all my cosplay stuff is probably in that ottoman. My bulletproof vest for Atlas, and all of it. So
only thing I can see is right where Star-Lord's helmet is. I'm assuming Star-Lord's helmet is.
Yeah.
Yep, there, straight down is the cutoff. From what I can see.
Yeah. I put the camera that way because my wife got off at 3, but she has to drive. I don't know if she's driving from Bowling Green or Glasgow, which is Bowling Green's an hour away. Glasgow's 45 minutes away. But if she was going to come in, if I'm recording, she don't want to get in front of the camera, so I situate it this way. That way, when she walks in the door, she can just go straight that way.
Gotcha. Yeah. Look at you being a considerate husband.
Yeah. I finally convinced her to do another TikTok with me the other day. Yes. And it was the throw the pencil into the cup challenge.
Oh.
Yeah. I got one in. She got none.
But what was the question?
She owes me a foot massage.
Eh.
But I don't let her touch my feet because I don't like feet.
Oh.
Yeah. It was just supposed to be a funny one because I thought I'd miss, and it went straight in. I'm like, okay. Okay. And she just kept saying, we're getting a new cat. It'd miss. Getting a new cat. We'd miss. We've got 2 cats. Oliver, we've had him for a little over a year. And where I work, he's literally a dumpster kitty. He was this small with a hole in his neck, and he just randomly showed up at work. So I scooped him up and I brought him with me, and he's been here ever since. And then our other cat, Remy, she's a pure black cat. Somebody she knows that she used to work with dropped them off at her workplace because they couldn't take her with them. So Mary grabbed her up and brought her home. So we rescued 2 kittens. But I was like, and I'm not a cat person whatsoever. I love dogs. But they're like my children now.
Aww.
Even though they make me
Look
angry. Yeah. Remy will jump up here on my computer desk, go around my computer, get in the window, and knock off all my Funko Pops. Just to look out the window. Yeah. And then there was one morning I found my chair here knocked over onto the floor because she jumped up there and got into the window.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. But if I see her jump up here and I look at her and I'm like, get down, she will get down. And I'm like, okay, you are smart. You're just annoying. Got it.
Doing the jobs of cat.
Doing the jobs of cats. Yes. 3 a.m. wake up calls. Ooh. Okay. So, and I know this was a trend on TikTok for a long time, and I usually make jokes with it because I always say anyone who wants to duet me, I'd be more than happy. But I'm gonna ask you your personal preference, one that you would just a complete diehard for. If there was any cosplayer you could meet, who would it be?
Yaya Han.
I don't know that one.
She is internationally. She was number 1 for the longest time. I think she actually just bumped down to number 2. And the only reason why is number 1 does a lot of adulty looking versions of cosplays.
Of course.
But she was internationally the best cosplayer. Again, first time I saw her was on Face Off, and she was dressed as the traditional or like old 1990s comic of Scarlet Witch.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, like to the T,
Okay.
decked out as the traditional Scarlet Witch cosplay. And that was my first introduction for her, was just being a judge. And then since then, I've followed along on every single look that she's done.
Okay. I'm going to have to look that up then. I love me some Scarlet Witch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially in Multiverse of Madness.
Yes. I just watched it. I finally got a Disney Plus account.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been able to do a whole marathon of all the Marvel movies in chronological order.
There you go.
And so, yes.
Yep.
Multiverse Madness was a tearjerker.
It was. Man.
It was.
Mm.
I'm kind of bounding a Wanda look. I'm going to Universal in October.
Okay.
And the first part is I'm doing a Slytherin student because, of course, I'm Slytherin.
Ravenclaw.
You know what? I wouldn't have guessed otherwise. Yeah. Honestly, wouldn't have.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm a Slytherin with Hufflepuff tendencies.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But and then day 2 is we're doing Adventure Island, which of course you have Marvel there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to figure out how to do a good Wanda one that I'm okay with walking in the middle of Florida heat for.
Yeah. Well, luckily October, hopefully their heat index won't might be in the 80s, you know.
I read something that said low 80s to mid 70s.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Fingers crossed. I can't wait till it gets about 40 degrees here, where it's nothing but hoodies, shorts, and bonfires.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Is when it's cold, you can always put on more layers to keep yourself warm.
Yes.
But if it's hot, there's only so many you can take off before you become appropriate.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one that lives by that. I've been saying that since middle school.
I am ridiculous about keeping my house cold, but it's because I love to be bundled up in the blankets, and I don't want to be sweating underneath the blankets.
No.
Like, I can tell you, I have 3. One of them's a weighted blanket.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but that's including sheet, comforter, then weighted blanket.
Yeah. In our bedroom, we got a window air conditioner that just runs 24/7, and 2 fans, one for her and one for me, and that air blows this way and it just comes in.
There you go.
Yes. Yeah. And yeah, I'm like, I would much rather bundle up than strip.
Mm-hmm.
You can cool up, you can heat up easier than you can cool down. So yeah.
I mean, we're Louisiana. We only know summer and then like 3 weeks of winter.
Yeah. And see, we're Kentucky, so we get all 4 seasons in 1 week.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's the only bad thing about Kentucky. But good news is there's only been, I think, since I've been alive, maybe 2 tornadoes to come through my little county here.
Mm-hmm.
But I have, there was one, I think it was last year in May that hit. I slept through it. And did not even, I woke up, the power was out.
Through a tornado. How heavy of a sleeper are you?
And see, that's the thing. I'm not that heavy of a sleeper. Like, if there is any inclination, because I'm also a certified weather watcher. So, if there's any inclination of a thunderstorm, I am on my phone looking at my radar, checking it out. But there was nothing of this one. Nothing at all. We didn't get no warning, no nothing. I woke up, the lights were out, and I was like, well, maybe they're trying to fix the power for something stupid, because that happens a lot, routine maintenance. I get up, I get ready for work, I get in my blazer. I got a truck now, booyah. But I get in my blazer. I live 2 minutes away from where I work, which is very convenient. And I head down the road, and then all of a sudden I see tree limb here, tree limb there, a long line of traffic, and I'm like, what's going on? I get further down the road, there's a big tree right in the middle of the road, and I'm like, did we have a tornado? I get to work, the lights are out, they let me in because you got to lock the door when the electricity's off, and I look at my boss and I said, what happened? She goes, we just had a tornado. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's awesome.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go clean now. Yeah.
Oh.
It was only a F1 though, so it's not like, oh my gosh, it was a mile wide.
Catastrophic.
Yeah, it just blew out a couple signs, but one house did actually implode because of the pressure. Yeah, it blew the windows out, and half the wall came off. But the tornado never touched it; it was just the pressure. Yeah.
I mean, it was a good thing that the windows flew out rather than in.
Yeah.
So I mean, people being safe.
Yeah, yeah, and it was an old couple that lived there, so yeah, that's good that they went poof instead of. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a little a fun fact about Kentucky.
Your windows gonna blow out, not in.
Your windows go outwards. You're welcome. So that was actually my entire list of questions. So, actually, okay, cool. So,
I was gonna say that's not my fault. I was answering them at the same time.
Yeah. So before we completely end this, I want you to tell everybody where they can find you, all your platforms, even mention the DDF too, because that's just fantastic.
Yes. Okay. So, like I said, my main thing is on TikTok. I actually can't remember if mine's Into the Madhouse or Madhouse because I just changed my Instagram, so I don't remember if it's Into the Madhouse or Madhouse.
I know.
I think it's.
I'd say one name you have on there is Into the Madhouse, and then I think below your picture just says Madhouse.
I think that's what it is. Yeah. So yeah, Into the Madhouse is my TikTok. It is also my Instagram, and I do operate a. Are you going to making sure? Bringing out the Addy.
Yes. So, because I want to make sure. Okay, so under your. Okay, so I had it backwards. Under your picture is at Into the Madhouse.
Okay, yeah, that's at Into the
Yes.
That is my main platform. I try to upload at least once a day, if not at least once every other day. But coming soon, I do moderate a Discord server, and we do have a podcast of our own there. It is called the Dysfunctional Discord Family. You can just type in Dysfunctional Discord Family Podcast, and you can find us. We've only got 5 episodes up right now, but hopefully in the next month we'll start recording some more again. And again, it was started by other TikTok creators, so it's literally us. Just sounds like a dysfunctional family reunion. So if you want to hear pure chaos, feel free to drop in a like, listen in. They're pretty long episodes, but like I said, they're funny.
Boom. Yeah, see. And she just told me about this before we started recording, so now I have to go check it out because what she described to me, that's something that I watch on TV all the time. So
yeah. If you ever want to know what a big psychological case looks like, welcome to our podcast.
There we go.
We're a bunch of psych studies.
The Dysfunctional Discord Family.
Yep, that's us.
Yeah, it's like Modern Family TikTok. There we go.
Yeah, absolutely. We're better than the Hype House.
What? Can't get enough of it.
Hey.
So got TikTok, got your podcast, and of course it's on YouTube.
I believe there is a link to the first episode in my bio of TikTok.
There we go. Is there any?
And then, sorry.
No, go ahead. You're good.
And Instagram. I just started back up that one, so that you won't see much. Mainly me posting pictures of makeup looks, and if I decide to repost any TikToks, that's where you'll find them.
There we go. So, have you ever considered doing? I know, like these videos exist everywhere, but a tutorial on how you do your stuff.
I did. I thought about doing that while I was getting ready because I was taking my time a little bit more with it.
Yeah.
I didn't this time, but that is something I do plan to do. Especially with Halloween being right around the corner, it's perfect time.
I took a picture. Advertising. Hey. Like if my phone was, if they could actually, if they could actually hear what we're talking about, I was going to make a little TikTok video, but they'd only be able to hear me. So I was like, okay, I can't do that.
That's lame.
Yeah. But what I can do is actually go on TikTok through my computer, and then and after I get all this edited and stuff, then maybe I can put it on there. So
yeah, if you do, absolutely send me the link. Tag me in it.
I didn't say you're getting tagged. I didn't say you're screwed now. You're in it. So
okay.
If at any time you're like, I don't know who that is, I'm gonna be like, yes, you do. The wife's home.
Hello, lovely wife. I know you can't hear me, but hello.
She said hello. I told her I faced the camera this way, so that way you wouldn't be like, "Oh, am I on camera?" Yeah.
Welcome home.
She said, "Welcome home." Did you work in Bowling Green today?
No, I worked in Tennessee.
Tennessee. Okay. So she was in the opposite direction of what I said.
I was in a little shit town. If you blink your eyes, you'll miss it.
Yeah.
In a shitty facility.
Yeah, it's my wife's a CNA, so she's yeah, it's constant. Yeah.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, she doesn't stop.
You're awesome. You're a superhero.
Kaleigh said you're a superhero. She said thanks. Well, I do believe that should be it for today's episode. Is there anything you would like to say before we get out of here?
I have a question for you.
Okay.
When's the next book coming?
Oh, okay. So I am actually working on like 4 other different books. Zed's Apocalyptica is slow going right now because I wrote a chapter, got stuck with it, didn't touch it after that. But the most recent book that's going to probably come out possibly by next month is actually a middle grade novel about a family that hunts ghosts. Because my 8-year-old constantly asks me, he constantly asks me if he can read my stuff, but my stuff is too adult. He can't. He's only 8. He's not getting into that right now. Maybe later. So I was like, maybe I should create a series to where these kids, because I have talked to twice now. I've talked to a 3rd grade class about writing. Some of them, their parents actually did let them buy my first book, which. It's not horrible. It does have some language in it. But I would like to have it where all these kids in this age range can literally just pick up my book and their parents not be worried at all. Because
child friendly.
Exactly. Yes. So I'm working on that, and like I said, and it only, where it's middle grade, it only calls for like maybe 30,000 words. So it's not going to take me long to knock it out. So yeah, and it's actually called Bridges to the Other Side, because the family's last name.
Nice title.
The family's last name is actually Bridges, so I was like, okay, that suits it.
There you go.
Yeah, but yeah, hopefully next month before Halloween that'll show up. Are you tired?
Nice.
Yeah. All right, so besides Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, is there any other place anybody can find you?
That's really it. So that's all I use.
All righty. Well, so that means DDF will have to come to Spotify and Podbean and all them pretty soon once you get that established completely.
We'll try. We'll try.
All right. Thank you, Kaleigh, for being here. I really appreciate it. You have no idea how much this means to me. You are a very awesome cosplayer and a good friend. So thank you very much for joining Creators Dementia with me today.
Well, thank you for the invite, and hopefully we start seeing some more of you on the Clock Talk.
Hopefully, yeah. Maybe I'll bring War back.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll convince Angie to bring back Famine.
I have a feeling that'll probably be right up her alley.
Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Appreciate it very much, and I hope you all have a good weekend. Thank you for listening to Creators Dementia. Be sure to like, follow, comment, whichever you prefer on any platform that you are listening to. To contact Creators Dementia headquarters, feel free to email me at creatorsdementia@gmail.com. Demented Creator, out!